cheaper most of all is I know Jesus someday.
Put your hands together and give a great big old warm Reedy Creek welcome to the Moron Brothers.
Thank y'all.
Thank you,
very
Miss Merle.
much.
It's good to be back Crooked Road. We was here.
We don't get invited back to a lot of places.
Well, he gets us in trouble everywhere he goes.
Last year we told you we coming down to 23, and we was a little leery today because last year we come down there and a sign on the side of the road said watch for deer. And we started bird dogging, watching for deer because we didn't want to hit no deer. Then we didn't see no deer. Saw another sign that said watch for falling rock. We started looking up falling rock, hit a deer.
I know that y'all hear a lot of good music here at this store.
Yep.
Good stuff. Yeah. Well, we fixing to put an end to all that stuff right now, Mona, I'll tell you. Well, I went down the hill about 12 o'clock, and I sat right down on a big flat rock. Looked in the water and bled my soul. There was a big catfish jumping in that hole. I'm a-going fishing, Merle going fishing. I'm a-going fishing too. You can bet your life your love and why might catch more fish than you. Any fish you bite if you got good bait. Here's a little something I'd like to relate. When it comes to biting the big bone weight, I'm a-going fishing, brother's going fishing, and I'm a-going fishing too. Well, I went to the store and had me look. I bought a pole and a line and a treble hook. Old man smiled when he said to me, son, catch a big catfish for me. I'm a-going fishing, the baby's going fishing, and I'm a-going fishing too. You can bet your life your love and I might catch more fish than you. Any fish you bite if you got good bait. Here's a little something I'd like to relate. When it comes to biting the big bone weight, I'm a-going fishing, Merle is going fishing, and I'm a-going fishing. Oh, fling a craving on me, brother. Thank y'all. I leaned right up against an old dead tree. Big old bass, he took a look at me. Took my bait when I throwed my line in. I got him to the bank, he sure looked fine. I'm a-going fishing, early going fishing. I'm a-going fishing too. You can bet your life your love and why might catch more fish than you. Any fish you bite if you got good bait. Here's a little something I'd like to relate. When it comes to biting the big bone weight, I'm a-going fishing, brother's going fishing, and I'm going fishing too. Yeah, I'm a-going fishing, Merle's going fishing, I'm a-going fishing too. You can bet your life your love and why might catch more fish than you. Any fish you bite if you got good bait. Here's a little something I'd like to relate. When it comes to biting the big bone weight, I'm a-going fishing and the baby's going fishing, and I'm a-going fishing too. I'm a-going fishing, Marlo's going fishing, and I'm a-going fishing too. Oh, thank you, music lovers. We appreciate that.
I got some bad news for the older folks here.
Well, you come on with it. You got a good
Well,
crowd. You're going to read bad news.
they
I
gonna find
apologize
out.
right now if anything comes out of his mouth.
They're going to find out sooner or later. So it says right here, to help save the economy and lower Social Security and Medicare costs, the federal government will announce next month that the Immigration Department was start deporting senior citizens. They were going to deport illegal aliens, but realized old people are easier to catch and won't remember how to get back home. So we'll see you on the bus.
I don't know about him. He's
Robbed the bank right before we left this morning up home. They robbed the bank. Daggone. Guy come run out of the bank, bunch of people standing there, and he run up to the first old boy. He said, "Did you see me rob that bank?" And the boy said, "Yes, I did." Pow! Shot him dead right there on the sidewalk.
scared me to death.
You ever been that old boy? He run up at the second old boy. He said, "Did you see me rob that bank?" Old boy said, "Well, yeah, I did." Pow! Shot him dead. He run up at the third old boy. He said, "Did you see me rob that bank?" He said, "No, my wife did."
Don't get me started on the women. Well, let me tell you men something out there. If your hearing is starting to slip a little bit, don't wait too late to get a hearing aid. You'll get in trouble with your women. Other day, my wife, she hollered in there at me, said, "I'm proud of you." I said, "I'm tired of you too."
Other night, he put his contacts in a glass of water, set them there by the sink.
Don't tell them that.
He went to bed. She come through a few minutes later and took her pills and drank it. He said she walked around for 2 days with 20/20 hindsight. All right.
I don't know what's the matter with her, boy. She's going through these mood swings. I can't figure it out. He said get her a mood ring to put on her hand. They kind of work, you know. I did. When it was green, she'd be in the sweetest mood there was. But all of a sudden she is in a bad mood, it'd leave off this red spot right there.
We was out there in Branson. We stand there in the lobby of the motel. And this old gal, boy, she had her husband cornered. She was giving him down the road. She said, "You lied to me. You told me before we got married you was well off." He said, "I was. I didn't have sense enough knowing." Y'all ought not laugh at that kind of thing. You know why Solomon had so many wives?
Move along. Let's do
He's hoping to come home, find at least one of them in a good mood.
baseball. Let's do
Baseball. All right, then baseball.
I need to get his mind occupied or something. He gets on something, he won't quit.
All right.
My wife fell out of the car on the way to Branson. She did. Policeman pulled me over and said, "Buddy, your wife fell out of the car." I said, "Thank goodness, I thought I went deaf."
We went out to eat for their anniversary. We sat in there and it got real quiet. She come in talking. She said, "I just want you to know you're the greatest thing that ever happened to me in my life. You've been with me through the good times, the sad times, the bad times. I just don't know what I would have done without you." He looked at me, you know. He said, "Honey, is that you or the wine talking?" She said, "Shut up, I'm talking to the wine." All right, we had a bunch of kids. We had our own baseball team.
Poor, had so many kids in our family, we was bad poor. Daddy used to load us all up in the truck, take us to Colonel Sanders, lick other people's fingers. It's bad.
We go to our neighbor's house and eat the fruit off the wallpaper. But anyway, we had a bunch of kids and we had our own baseball team. But Lardo was a big Cincinnati Red fan growing up. He told Paps, "I want to ride that Greyhound bus up here in Cincinnati and watch a ball game." He said, "Lardo, you're too young. You're still in high school." He said, "When you get a little bit older and graduate from high school, we'll talk about it." He said, "All right then." Well, he went on. He come to him one day. He said, "Pap, I graduated from high school. I'm 27 years old. I'll ride that bus up there, I'll ride that ball game. He started then. So we went to Lexington, Kentucky, Greyhound bus station. Never been up there, and I got him a ticket. He wandered around. He seen a machine over in the corner that said height, weight, fortune, 1 penny. He said, "Hey, what that's all about?" He got on that machine, put a penny in, the ticket come out. Said, "You're 6'2", you weigh 200 pounds, and you on your way to Cincinnati." He said, "Man, I ain't never seen nothing like that." He wandered around a little bit, come back, got back up on the machine, put the pen, ticket come out. Said, "You still 6'2", you still weigh 200 pounds, and you still on your way to Cincinnati." He said, "I ain't never in my life seen nothing like that." Seen an Indian sitting over, had a blanket wrapped around him. He said, "I'll borrow that blanket off an Indian, cover myself up. That machine don't know who I am." Well, he tried to borrow the blanket, and the Indian wouldn't let him have it. They got in a fight. He fought that Indian for 30 minutes. He finally whipped him, took his blanket away from him, went over and covered himself up, got on the machine, put the pen in. Ticket come out. Said, "You still 6'2", you still weigh 200 pounds, and you done messed around with that Indian and missed your bus to Cincinnati." I remember when I was a lad, what a great baseball team we had. People came from miles around to watch us play. Played the Red Legs, beat their legs off. Played the White Sox, beat their socks off. Played the Astros, and I think it rained that day.
Daddy played first base.
Mom played second. Brother and sister, the pitcher and the catcher. Shortstop played by a good old boy named Sue. In the outfield, shagging flies, 3 big home runs hitting guys. Brothers Art, Mark, Cud, Fargo too.
Out to the barnyard we'd go to learn to pitch and catch and throw. There was cows and horses all over the place. We all laughed until we split when our daddy got a hit and slid into what he thought was second base. Daddy played first base.
Mom played second. Brother and sister, the pitcher and the catcher. Shortstop played by a good old boy named Sue. In the outfield, shagging flies, 3 big home runs hitting guys. Brothers Art, Martin, Cud, Fargo too.
One time I had to take Merle's place. He got hurt playing third base. We drug him in the shade and laid him in the grass. Big base runner come sliding in. He had big sharp spikes on him. He tore Burley's overalls and cut his face. Daddy played first base.
Mom played second. Brother and sister, the pitcher and the catcher. Shortstop played by a good old boy named Sue. In the outfield, shagging flies, 3 big home run hitting guys. Brothers Art, Martin, Cud, Fargo too. Brothers Art, Martin, Cud, Fargo too.
Oh, thank you, baseball fans.
Thank you.
Thank y'all very much. We appreciate y'all.
Lord, wife's in the Kroger store the other day up home there. Lady next aisle said, "Psst, hey." She said, "What?" She said, "You know your husband chases wild women?" She said, "Yeah, I know it." She said, "That don't bother you?" She said, "No. I got a dog chase his cars, but he caught one. He wouldn't know how to drive it."
I have news for you. I seen a gal in the post office the other day. Hadn't seen her since high school, and I used to know her pretty good, you know. And she had her back to me. I was going to surprise her. I walked up and I put my hand on her shoulders there, and she turned around and screamed and scared her and scared me. Wasn't who I thought it was. I said, "I'm sorry, you look like Helen Brown." She said, "You ought to see me in my blue dress." How about the grandfather's clock?
All right,
We did that last time, but we didn't. Yeah, it's a pretty old song, and they liked it. I remember doing that one. It's a pretty song.
It reminds me.
Oh, come on.
Up home one day, I was getting ready to go in the Walmart store. And
Pulled
by
in
the
the
time I
parking lot.
started
When
going,
we pulled in the parking lot, There's a guy pushing about 20 of them carts across to her, and he hollered at him. Said, "Hey, buddy, don't you think somebody else want to use one of them?" Stupid. Go ahead.
Up home one day, I was getting ready to go in the Walmart store, and I was getting ready to go in the door, and this guy
We
was
seen
coming
a
out, and I
man in
said,
there, and when we got in the store, had been to the doctor, and he'd had a patch put on one of his eyes. You know, you've seen him. I've done that. But I told him, I said, "Oh, look at that guy with one eye." He said, "All right, where?" Stupid. Go ahead. Come on.
home one day, I was getting ready to go in the Walmart store. Well, while I was getting ready to go in the door, this
They
guy
had
I
the blood
seen was coming
mobile
out.
up there. They was giving blood, you know. It's a good thing to take blood if you can give blood to help people out. I went up there, was going to give blood. Went in there, and there's an old boy laying there I'd never had seen before. And I said, "Hey, pal, you're not from around here, are you?" He said, "No, Cherokee, North Carolina." I said, "Well," I said, "are you a Cherokee Indian?" They was just drawing blood out of him right then, laying there talking to me. He said, "Yeah, I'm Cherokee." I said, "Full-blooded?" He said, "Not right now. I'm about a half pint low." Go ahead. Come on.
Up home one day, there I was getting ready to go in the Kmart store. Guy come walking out there carrying a grandfather's clock. Boy, he was rare back strutting, carrying that grandfather's clock. His old drunk come around the corner, run into him, knocked him down, broke his grandfather's clock all over the side. Oh, he got mad. He jumped up, hollered, "Won't you? What were you going?" Old drunk said, "Won't you carry a pocket watch like I do?"
My grandfather's clock was too tall for the shelf, so it stood many years on the floor. It was taller by far than the old man himself, though it weighed not a penny weight more. It was bought on the morn, the day that he was born, and always his treasure and pride. But it stopped once, never to run again, on the day that the old man died. 90 years without slumbering, life's seconds numbering. Stopped once, never to run again, on the day that the old man died. In watching its pendulum swing to and fro, many hours I spent as a boy. And in childhood and manhood the clock seemed to know, and sharing his grief and his joy. It struck 24 when he walked through the door, with a blooming and beautiful bride. Then it stopped once, never to run again, on the day the old man died. 90 years without slumbering, life's seconds numbering. Stopped once, never to run again, on the day that the old man died. It rang an alarm in the dead of night, an alarm that for years had been dumb. And we knew that its soul was plummeting on its flight, its hour of departure had come. Still the clock kept its time with a soft and muffled chime. We silently stood by its side. Then it stopped once, never to run again, on the 5 seconds numbering. Stop once, never to run again on the day that the old man died. Thank y'all very much. We appreciate that. Y'all a great bunch of folks, I'll tell you. What's the truth?
His wife come in the other night.
Huh?
Your wife, you know what I'm talking about. She come in the other night up the drive and run over Lordo's best beagle hound. She said, "Oh, Lord, no. He gonna kill me. He gonna kill me." Well, she got out and she looked and there, well, she go push it over in the weeds there, you know, and she seen something shiny over her. She got it with one of them genie lamps. Yeah, I ain't lying this time.
He lies so much he got to get me to call his hogs for him. They don't even believe him no more.
She rubbed that genie lamp and the genie come out. He said, "All right, you know the deal, and I'll give you one wish, but just one, so make it good." She said, "Buddy, I got it. I just run over my husband's favorite dog, and I need you to make this dog come back to life and look like he never been hurt." He said, "Well, let me look at him." He looks at, "Oh, Lord, no, look," said, "he's all bloody and mangled and tore up. And no, ain't nothing I can do for that dog. You got to come up with something else." She said, "Well, my husband ain't exactly the most handsomest thing in the world. He kind of ugly and got kind of a smell to him, and he ain't got much of a personality."
Will you come on?
She said, "You think you can make my husband be nice looking, look like Rock Hudson or somebody, and have a nice personality and smell good?" He said, "I don't know, you got a picture or something of him?" She said, "Yeah." She showed him that genie. He took that picture, you know, he looked at it. "Let me take another look at that dog."
People think we're illegitimate, but we can read and write. We both went to school, and yeah, believe it or not, he had the biggest feet of anybody in the 4th grade because he was 16, but they held him back in the 5th grade, didn't want him to be in the same class as Daddy.
He stayed in the 1st grade 3 years. Said he had trouble learning them ABDs. But we did go to high school. We got in high school and made us take algebra. Well, he signed us up for geometry. He thought it,
Spell that.
THAT. He signed us up for geometry. He thought it was the study of the letter G. But anyway, they make us take algebra, so we go in there, and the teacher said, "First thing you need to know about algebra is pi r square." And Lordo said, "No, ma'am. Pi r round, cornbread r square." One along, we got caught cheating on a test. She took his principal's office. She said, "These two's cheating." He said, "Bertie, you cheating?" I said, "No, sir, I ain't cheating." He said, "Lordo, you cheating?" He said, "No, sir, I ain't cheating." He said, "They both say they ain't cheating." She said, "I can prove it." So look at Bertie's test, question number 12. He wrote, "I do not know the answer to this question." He said, "Ain't nothing wrong with that." She said, "Look at Lardo's test, question number 12. He wrote, 'Me neither.'"
Bologna song.
Yeah, that's good.
We had some people come over here from Manchester, Kentucky, back there, and said something about the bologna. Wasn't them some good bologna sandwiches we had? Oh, son, I could eat them with 1 foot in the fire. They're good. But I meant to tell y'all before we started, we was out there in Branson, and y'all be careful, because there was a woman sitting on the front row out there. Her water broke. She wasn't even pregnant. So be careful. No, that's good.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you, Miss Marla. Yeah, she got it. But they come and they asked for the bologna song. Now, where else but the Crooked Road Country Store can you get a fried bologna sandwich and a song about bologna? We got one for you right here. Down in Kentucky at an old country store, sitting round the pot-belly stove, talking about the farm and talking about the war, talking about things we really love. One thing we really love is the big bologna sandwich, fixed the good old boy southern kind of way. I know it sounds funny, if it wasn't for bologna, we wouldn't be here today. Now give me onion and tomato, cheese or lettuce mayo, a thick slice of bologna between my bread. Stomach is awake, tongues are salivating, eat it slow, don't let it go to your head. Your inside will be tickled, you can even have it pickled. Bologna salad sure is a fine. I want a big bologna sandwich at an old country store. Lord have mercy, that's the way I want mine. Oh, do it, brother. Well, roast beef and turkey, summer sausage and jerky, pickle loaf, Dixie loaf and ham. Liverwurst has got me. We ain't much on salami, but we are a little partial to spam. Tried 'em all, brother. At one time or another, always go back to the same thing. When it comes to cold cuts, they're all good, but bologna is still the king. Give me onion and tomato, cheese or lettuce mayo, thick slice of bologna through my bread. Stomach is awake, tongues are salivating, eat it slow, don't let it go to your head. Your inside will be tickled, even have it pickled. Bologna salad sure is a fine. I want a big bologna sandwich at an old country store. Lord have mercy, that. Let me try this hard. Fried bologna in the morning, milk and gravy, sure make life worthwhile. When them garden fresh tomatoes get ripe on the vine, it makes me and my bologna smile. One time my wife took a bologna casserole to church. After that she was the talk of the town. All the women was a fighting over her recipe, made the preacher's socks go up and down. Give me onion and tomato, cheese, lettuce, mayo, thick slice of bologna between my bread. Stomach is awake, tongues are salivating, eat it slow, don't let it go to your head. Your inside will be tickled, you can even have it pickled. Bologna salad sure is fine. I want a big bologna sandwich at an old country store. Lord have mercy, that's the way I want mine. A big bologna sandwich at an old country store. Lord have mercy, that's the way I want mine. Miss Caitlin, I think we've got something coming to you over there. Looky yonder, Caitlin. Yeah, ain't she pretty?
Oh,
She's a pretty little thing. Got her a harmonica.
Mama said I was a pretty baby.
Uh-huh. Good, yeah, now she's got her a harmonica.
All right, then.
We need to pick something. Let's do tribute to Merle. Can we do that? Let's do that. I think they like it.
All right,
Speed
then.
things up just a little bit.
All right, then.
Quick story on this one right here. I made it. I can't do without this story. It's a good one. They wanted this song done good over in Europe. And people over there have been to Ireland too. They talked about us going on a European tour, but we can't speak European. And we didn't think too much about going over there, but they want to talk about it on local television in Lexington, Kentucky. I said, we'll talk about whatever they want to be on television. We went up there, you know. It was a live television show. We was in the basement. The TV man come down there, said the other people didn't show up, please hurry. Well, knucklehead there. Are we keeping you awake, pal?
No, go ahead. You ain't bothering me. Time you get done, they'll be asleep.
He found this popsicle somewhere, and he just took the paper off of it. And he's standing there holding that stupid popsicle, and the television man says, come on, we got to hurry. She's killing time. Well, he's in front of me, running, holding that popsicle. Right before we go in there in front of them television cameras, there was no place to throw the popsicle, so he puts it in his pocket. He goes in there, and the television man, here they are, the Moron Brothers. Said, tell them, Burley, what kind of tour are you going on? Well, he looks right into the television cameras with that look right there. Don't say nary a word. I can't get around him. Said, tell them what kind of tour you going on. Well, I got nervous, and I leaned up behind him and whispered. I said, European. He said, I am not. My popsicle's melting. But anyway, this was the song that they was talking about. Burley wrote this song about Merle Travis.
Now, 20th day of October, 1983. Very sad day of country music and guitar picker like me. We lost a great-granddaddy of guitar picking fame. Best thumb picker of them all, Merle Travis was his name. Now, the first time I saw Merle, I was about 10 years old. He was picking a 9-pound hammer on a Porter Wagner show. I said, man, that's got to be the greatest guitar sound in this whole world. From that day on, I tried my best to learn to pick like Merle. Well, I'd give $100 right now to see Merle Travis again. Cowboy hat and his big guitar and that big old country grin. Merle Travis was a hero the guitar pickers see. And even though I never met him, he left his mark on me. Now when I heard that Merle was called away, it left me feeling sad. Cause I never got a chance to meet him, I even felt a little bit mad. But I thought about it for a little while, and I said me a little prayer. Said, Lord, when I get to Heaven's Gate, I know Merle will meet me there. Now when I get to meet Merle Travis up in heaven some glad day, guitar in my hand, I know exactly what I'll say. Say, Hoss, I've waited a long time, and to meet you I'm so glad. Let's tune up his old guitars and pick a little cannonball rag. Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Thank you very
so
much.
We appreciate that.
So we was out there in Branson, and Lardo went out walking around the motel there, and a guy robbed him. And he come run up to him with a gun and said, "Give me all your money." Lardo said, "No." He said, "Give me all your money." And they got in a fight, and the guy got him down and stuck that gun right up to his head like that. Said, "Give me money." When he got his billfold out, he had $2 in it. The guy said, "Man, you must be crazy. You risk your life over $2? Lardo said, "I thought you was after that 100 in my sock."
Our grandpa was a mean old man. He, on Mama's side, he was worked us like a rented mule. Boy, he just worked us all the time. Wouldn't give us no money for nothing. And boy, he was just mean. But we had to work for him. He's our papa, you know. Well, come time for the county fair, we wanted to go to the fair. I asked him for some money. All that work we've been doing for him. He said, "No, y'all ain't getting no money. I'll feed you, I'll put you up. You ain't got time to go to the fair anyway." Well, me and him got together. We devised a plan. We're going to rob him. I said, "You got to disguise yourself." I had a driver's license. I said, "I'm going to get the truck running. I'll be out there in the driveway." I said, "You put this disguise on, put this bandana on, this big cowboy hat, boots, strap the gun on." Didn't have no bullets for the gun, but he didn't know that. I said, "Whatever you do, just go in there and stick that gun up on him and say, 'This is a hold up, give me your money.' Then grab the money and we'll go. But don't let him know who you are." He goes in there. Papa's sitting over about half asleep, and he sticks that gun in his rib and he says, "This is a hold up. Give me your money, Papa." Stupid.
All right, then, what you got now, Einstein? Hey, we played at the library in Lexington, Kentucky.
First time he'd ever been in one.
We wondered where they kept all the books. Yeah. But we went in there, and we ain't never been on library. The lady was standing at a counter, and Lardo, he looked around, you know, walked over to her, said, "Give me a cheeseburger, fry, and a large Coke." She said, "Excuse me?" He said, "Cheeseburger, fry, and a large Coke." She said, "Sir, do you realize this is the library?" He said, "Oh, I'm sorry. A cheeseburger, fry, and large Coke."
Let's do the bell song. Marla wanted the bell song. G. Tell a little story about this bell. We wrote this song here recently. I'll tell you a story about my preacher, though. Little country church we go to, we got a pastor. Oh, we love him to death. He's a good friend of mine. We go deer hunting and stuff. Matter of fact, this fall we shot a deer at the same time, a humongous buck. And I shot and he shot both. I said, "That's the biggest deer I ever killed." He said, "Biggest deer I ever killed." Wait a minute now. About that time, a game warden come up on us. He said, "What's going on here, boys?" I said, "Could you help us tell which one of us shot this deer?" We both shot at the same time. He said, "I'll try." He went up there and he looked at the deer and he said, "Is one of y'all a preacher?" Brother Bill said, "Yeah, I am." He said, "You the one killed the deer?" He, "Why is that?" He said, "The bullet went in one ear and out the other." But he was preaching. I love him to death. He preaches the word, you know. And we was in church there. It's been 3 or 4 Sundays ago. And you know how them preachers are. They won't hush sometimes.
I know somebody like that.
Anyway, he kept going. It was getting on up about 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a Sunday, you know, and I'm thinking, I got to do something. He's starting to embarrass himself, or so I need to send him a message. I picked up a hymn book, and I hauled on, throwed it right up through the church, try to break his train of thought. Accidentally hit an elderly woman right in the back of the head with it, knocked her out on the floor. I run up there, "I'm so sorry, ma'am, are you all right?" She said, "Hit me again, I still hear him a little bit." But the church we go to, it got in bad shape back in the 70s years ago, and there just wasn't nobody going much. It down to the congregation was down to about 20, and most of them was old deacons and stuff, and they didn't know what to do, you know. And they took the bell down out of the church because the bell tower got in bad shape. Well, the fella that took the bell is the one originally that had got it from an old campground down in Wilmore, Kentucky, and brought it in. But anyway, 43 years the bell was gone, and in the process, them old deacons kept praying, and they got a preacher come in there, Brother Bill, and the church started growing. Well, they wanted to get the bell back. They found the bell after all those years, the original bell, built another bell tower. They hung it back up in the tower, got it from the fella, and they wanted to have a dedication, and they asked me to write a song about it. So I did. And here's the song. It's called Saved by the Bell. Thinking back on things we did when I was a barefoot kid. Every Sunday at Bethel Church up on the hill, we put on our Sunday clothes, wash our ears and wipe our nose, and for hours Dad would make us sit there still. If we got there in time, sometimes they'd let me ring the bell. I loved it. It seemed to call my name. After I came home from the war, I didn't go to church anymore, but every Sunday I still heard that old bell ring. Every Sunday on Bethel Hill, 3 miles away I heard the bell. The way it made me feel I was ashamed. I'd resist, I wouldn't go. I had more wild seed to sow, but the old bell kept calling out my name. Things got quiet upon the hill. They even took down the old bell, and the deacons prayed hard year after year. They didn't know God had a plan. He was working with a man, and in God's perfect time, he answered all their prayers. The church started growing strong. They even had to add some on. By this time, I'd become an old man. It'd been more than 40 years. Let's see. Let me think here a minute. I just wrote it. One Sunday loud and clear, it'd been more than 40 years. I could not believe I heard that bell again. Every Sunday on Bethel Hill, 3 miles away I heard the bell. But this time I didn't feel ashamed. I was saved right then, I know. I couldn't wait, I had to go. Jesus Christ used that bell to call my name. When you hear that old bell ring, could be calling out your name. Come on in, let the word of God prevail. Jesus wants to save your soul, wash you clean and make you whole, even if he has to use an old church bell. Every Sunday on Bethel Hill, 3 miles away I heard the bell, but this time I didn't feel ashamed. I was saved right then, I know. I couldn't wait, I had to go. Jesus Christ used that bell to call my name. I thank Jesus that he saved me by the bell. Saved by the bell. All right, brother.
We got 4 Baptist preachers up home there, and this one, he kind of the elder of the bunch, and he called a meeting here a while back of all of them. He said, all right, He said, every Sunday we tell our congregation that they need to confess their sins. He said, I know that every one of us has got something we're not proud of, and we need to confess to each other, and I'm going to start. He said, I know it may not be right, but said, about once a week I like to get off by myself somewhere and get me a little shot of bourbon. He said, it calms my nerves and relaxes me, and I like the taste, and I just like to get off by myself and have me a little shot of bourbon. Second old boy said, well, I got one too. He said, I like to smoke them big Cuban cigars. He said, about once a week I get off by myself somewhere and smoke one of them big old cigars. I just like the taste of it, and it relaxes me and calms my nerves, and I just like to smoke a big cigar once a week. Third old boy, well, I got it too. He said, every Thursday night down the street from my house, they have a poker game. I said, I love to play poker, and I like to gamble. I said, I know maybe it ain't right, but it relaxes me and calms my nerves. I just like to play poker and gamble. That fourth old boy, he's sitting over in the corner looking. He ain't said nothing, you know. Head preacher said, all right, Hoss, we all fessed up. Said, I know you got some kind of fault. What's your fault? He said, I love the gossip, and I can't wait to get out of this meeting.
We, two little boys standing in the back of the church, they looking at plaques on the wall. Been a long, hot service. They ready to get home, change their clothes, you know, and play. And everybody's going out shaking the preacher's hand. They see these plaques hanging there, and one of them says, what's them things up there? And I said, I don't know. Well, the preacher overhears them, and he leans down and said, boys, those are plaques that are in memory of people that's died in the service. Little boy said, 9 o'clock service or 11 o'clock service?
Preacher standing at the door there shaking hands there, everybody, and the little boy walked up to him, held his hand out. Preacher put his hand in, laid a quarter in his hand. Preacher said, well, that's awful nice, son, but why didn't you put an offering plate when it went around? He said, no, I heard them deacons talking over a while ago, and one of them said, you the poorest preacher we've ever had here.
Well, we got us a nice room in a motel we stayed in last year. It's a nice, that Hampton Inn over. Oh, boy. Them towels were so fluffy we couldn't hardly get our suitcase closed on them. But boy, we found a redneck Hilton out there in Missouri. Son, it was a rough place. I know we was in trouble, walked in the front door, a roach run out there, had a dead mouse in his mouth. It was, you saw a bed bug. Bed bug was bad. Yeah, this place was awful.
I was right filling out the guest book, and a bed bug come crawling right down the middle of the guest book. I told that old gal we stayed in a lot of motel with bed bugs, but it's the first time we ever had one come down front, see what room it's going to stay in.
Oh, it got worse.
Later on, he called me, said, I'll trade you 2 blind ones when they got no teeth.
You ought to seen them rooms. We got to the rooms. I couldn't believe it. I called the front desk. I said, hey, buddy, I got a leak in the sink. He said, go ahead.
The restaurant was just about as bad. They had a restaurant there. We all went in, sat down, ordered a big steak. Here they come, brought mine, my wife, Lardo's wife, set them down there, and that's better music.
Did you get no sleep last night?
That's better music we're playing.
I know.
Turn that back on.
Didn't you get no sleep last night?
No, about 4 o'clock this morning.
You acting groggy all day. Why didn't you go to sleep last night?
The window shade was up in the window.
Why didn't you pull them down?
There's in a window across the street. Anyway, we was in this restaurant, and the old boy brought our steaks in there and brought mine, my wife, Lardo's wife sitting down. Lardo said, hey, I ordered a steak too. Old boy said, I know, I'll be right back. Well, here he come, walked during the strut, and he had his thumb right on top of it, just like that, and he sat down. Lardo said, hey, you got your thumb on top of my steak. Old boy said, yeah, I know. I want to make sure I don't drop it again.
You can tell the ones we write. We wrote this song, lived down on the Kentucky River. Poor boys growing up. We was bad and poor. Bunch of kids in the family. Eat anything we get our hands on. One of our favorite things was frog legs. It's called Kentucky River Bullfrog. Daddy one time, he was going down the river. I said, what's going to have for supper? He said, you know how it works. First thing I see, I'm shooting it. That's what we're going to eat. Come in, didn't have none but one of them big old cranes. They not, you know what I'm talking about. They're not bad if you like neck. Kentucky River Bullfrog.
You know what you got when you got a harmonica player up to his neck in concrete? Not enough concrete.
I've been working all day in the hot, hot sun. I can't hardly wait for night to come. It's so hot you can't sleep, it's hotter than fire. Oh, you're killing me.
Go ahead.
You ought to hear that old Kentucky River Bullfrog holler. I'm about this far from blousing you right upside the head, hoss.
Go ahead before you play the harmonica.
Kentucky River Bullfrog, bigger than a groundhog, holler like a coon dog, barking on a tree. Catch him with your bare hand, throw him in the frying pan. Kentucky River Bullfrog, a mighty good deed. With me and my uncle in a carbide light, paddle down the river in the pale moonlight. We catch a mess of bullfrog, take her home to mom. We eat frog legs when the morning come. Kentucky River Bullfrog, bigger than a groundhog, holler like a coon dog, barking on a tree. Catch him with your bare hand, throw him in the frying pan. Kentucky River Bullfrog, mighty good deed. Yeah, me and my uncle in a little John boat, we got so many frogs that the boat won't float. We cleaned them all and we took them in, and you ought to seen my big grin. Kentucky River Bullfrog, bigger than a groundhog, holler like a coon dog, barking on a tree. Catch him with your bare hand, throw him in the frying pan. Kentucky River Bullfrog, a mighty good deed. We took about all the frog we was gonna take. Uncle reached for a frog, come up with a snake. And he flung that snake down in the floor, and I hit him in the head in my boat door. Kentucky River Bullfrog, bigger than a groundhog, holler like a coon dog, barking on a tree. Catch him with your bare hand, throw him in the frying pan. Kentucky River Bullfrog, a mighty good deed.
That's my grandson's favorite song. I got a little grandson, and Lucas there. He likes that song. And he went to the first grade, and it took him down to the cafeteria, and took him to the cafeteria and had a big bowl of apples there. And he loves apples. Teacher said, "Lucas, just get one. God's watching." Well, he gave him an apple, went on down there, and got a big bowl of cookies down on the end. Told his buddy, he said, "Get all these cookies you want. God's watching them apples."
You've been hanging around him too much.
His granny back there, that's his granny back there. The lucky one, she's married to me. And anyway, he asked her one night, she had a birthday here a while back. He said, "How old are you, Granny?" She said, "Honey, I'm 39 and holding." He said, "How old you be if you turn loose?"
What did he say about the mouse? I heard him asking.
Hey, come
Heard
on there
about
the other
the
day. Hey, come on there. He asked me, he said, "Paul, how much water does a mouse have in it?
Yeah.
I said, I don't know, about half a thimble, I reckon. He said, no, it's got more than that. I said, how you know? He said, one just ran up Granny's paint leg. He said she caught it right there and squeezed it, and I bet you 2 gallons run out of it.
I don't know whether we did our love song for you last time or not, but it's our only hit, so we're going to do it for you. It's a love song we wrote, done it on the Grand Ole Opry. We done it twice one night, the first time and the last time. They ain't asked us to come back after that. He got us in trouble, but we wrote this song, and there's been several people record it, Mike Snyder and Aaron Wilbur and a few others, but this one right here, if you wish your sweetheart, be a good time, get kind of close and snuggle up. You'll have to get some sugar off before this song's over with. I mean, it'll throw you in a hormonal frenzy.
This old boy up home, he went to the candy store, told the guy on the candy store, someone buy 3 boxes of candy. I want a $5 box, a $10 box, and a $20 box of candy. He said, what do you want so many boxes of candy for? He said, I got a date with a new girl tonight. It's the first time. See if she lets me kiss her, I'm going to give her that $5 box of candy. See if she let me kiss her and say she go out with me again, I'm going to give her that $10 box of candy. But I said, is she real nice? I'm going to give her that $20 box of candy. Well, he left, and he got over to her house, and she met him at the door and said, come on in. Said, look, said, my mama cooked up a big supper in here and said, if you come in, said, we'll eat supper with my mom and daddy, and then we go out to a movie or something. He said, all right, all right. So he went in, she introduced him to her mom and her daddy, and they got ready to sit down and eat. He said, would y'all mind if I asked a blessing? And they said, well, no, go right ahead. He just prayed the prettiest blessing ever was over the food. He got done. She said, my goodness, I didn't know you were so spiritual. He said, I didn't know your daddy owned the candy store.
You see James Rowe in the grocery store?
Our buddy James Rowe up home, he got married here about 6 months ago, and I seen him in the Walmart the other day. Him and the new wife, and I said, well, how's it going? He said, I said, can't you cook? He said, well, I'll put it like this. She uses the smoke detector for a timer.
He said the last time she fixed a big meal, the flies all got together and fixed a hole in the screen door.
He said, I gave her an Indian nickname, though. I named her 3 horses. I said, what's that mean? He said, nag, nag, nag.
Come on.
But anyway, she got to fussing at him, carrying on. She said, we got to cut back on spending. Money's tight. Said, gas high, electric bill high, groceries is high. We're going to cut back. We're going to start right here, right now. He said, all right, then. Well, he took the buggy and took off down through there and got him a big case of beer, sat over in the buggy. She said, what do you think you done? He said, I'll get me some beer for this weekend. She said, I told you we can't afford it. You put it back right now. Put it back. Well, he put it back. They went out there, and she comes gathering up lipstick, and eyeshadow, and makeup. He said, what you done? She said, I got to have this so I'll look better for you. He says, what the beer was for. All right, anyway.
Love song. We wrote this one. Proud of it.
You say that I don't love you. Say my love's untrue. If I were a rich man, I'd prove my love for you. I'd buy for you a diamond ring, a new fur coat or 2. And if my nose was running money, honey, I'd blow it all on you. If my nose was running money, I'd blow it all on you. buy you a big old Cadillac and a PT Cruiser too. I'd build for you a mansion up on some mountaintop if my nose was only running money, but honey, it's not. It's a booger of a problem that I've got. Wish my nose were running money, but it's not.
Makes me want another
I'd
bologna
buy
sandwich.
you a Cadillac and a new Mercedes too. If my nose was running money, honey, I'd blow it all on you.
If my nose was running money, we'd have anything we'd please. Anytime we needed cash, all I'd have to do is sneeze. We'd all be eating high on the hog wouldn't be so lean. If my nose was running money, we'd be rolling in the green.
It's a booger of a problem I've got. Wish my nose were running money, but it's not.
Do y'all like banana pudding?
I'd buy you a Cadillac and a new Mercedes too. If my nose was running money, honey, I'd blow it all on you.
If my nose was running money, we could eat out all the time. Fanciest restaurants in town where we'd go to dine. We could blow my nose and pay the check. Right before we leave, we'd give the waitress a great big tip what I'd wiped on my sleeve.
It's a booger of a problem that I've got. Wish my nose were running money, but it ain't. Sing, Marla. I'd buy you a Cadillac and a new Mercedes too. If my nose was running money, honey, I'd blow it all on you. If my nose was running money, honey, I'd blow it all on you. Oh, thank you.
Y'all. We've got a picture on one of our CDs, which brings me to this. We have got the 5 CDs. One of them's got jokes on it. The rest of them's got funny songs and stuff, but they're all different. Serious songs and funny songs. 2 DVDs, hour and a half long. You can take them home, watch them on television, just like a live show. Got the songs and the jokes. The women will have them back there. Like I said, one of them's my wife, and one's my girlfriend, or his wife, and they'll have them back there on the counter there when we get done here in a few minutes. But check them all out, and we can use your help too, boy. We need your support on that, really do. We're pitiful. It's bad up home. We ain't had no rain at all. There's 2 buzzards fighting over a fan belt out in the road when I left up there. It's bad, but
You see a catfish? Something?
yeah, I seen. Oh yeah, I seen it dry. Catfish had a tick on him out in my yard there. But
Hey, there's Marla.
But now let me tell you, we had back when they had all that rain in Nashville and flooded Nashville a few years ago. Oh, it got us too. I live down on the Kentucky River, and I'm standing there, me and the wife, and we're watching that river coming up, getting closer and closer to the house. Boy, ain't nothing no worse than the flood, hardly. Well, my neighbor, I could see him standing on his porch, and we was watching it and looked at one another, and directly I seen a hat go down the river, and then the hat come back upstream. I said, wait a minute here. It went back and forth. I said, hey. I hollered at my neighbor. I said, what's that? He said, that's Papaw. Said he's going to mow the yard come hell or high water.
We had that flood. We got Amish people back home, and there's a little community there, and it got flooded really bad. And we was coming back from Georgia, and we topped the hill, and this old boy we know, he was standing there next to he was in a mud hole plumb up to here. All you could see was his beard and his little hat. We pulled over, and I run up the fence. I said, man, Alan, you in a heck of a mess, ain't you? He said, boys, it's worse than it looks. I'm still on my horse.
But our tour bus is what I was going to tell you about. I got a picture of it on one of the CDs. It ain't really like other tour buses. It's a 1986 Isuzu pickup truck. The bed had rusted off of it. We built a box on the back of it and painted it with a spray can. Oh, it's a sight to see, but It's parked there at Renfro Valley with all them other big tour buses, real ones. But a few years ago, we tried to get down in Georgia on that thing, and I'll tell you, I don't know about Virginia, but y'all probably know over in Tennessee, them state troopers, they don't have no sense of humor at all. We took the back roads and caught 45 miles an hour, about top speed for that old thing. And people was rude to us, honking their horns and hollering at us and get out of the way and waving at us with part of their hand and stuff. I think he was trying to tell us we was number one. I don't know, but anyway. Policeman got behind me, turned his lights on. I pulled over right quick. As soon as I got stopped, fastened their seatbelts as quick as I could before he got up there, you know. He come up there. He said, "Sir, do you know why I pulled you over?" I said, "I sure do. We was the only one you catch coming down through here." He said, "I see you boys that fasten your seatbelts." I said, "Yes, sir, we always fasten our seatbelt." He said, "Do you always run it through the steering wheel like that?" Shined light over in his eyes. He said, "Sir, do you have any ID?" He said, "About what?" But that's when he got us in trouble. That police officer was smacking at bugs on his arm, and that flies was bad, it was eating him up. He said, "Man, I don't know what kind they are, but they're eating me alive." Well, Einstein there says, "Oh, them are circle flies." He said, "What?" He said, "Yeah." "What kind's that?" He said, "The kind that circles around a horse's hind end." He shined that light back on him and said, "Are you implying that I'm a horse's hind end?" He said, "No, I'm not, but you can't fool them flies."
What you got?
Wait till let's do one more here. Let's do old Firefighter.
All right, then. We went on vacation out to Wyoming about 10 years ago. We went out there, and this Indian we went to this trading post, and an old Indian was sitting out in front of the trading post. Lardo said, "Watch me cut up this Indian." Well, we walked by him. Lardo looked over and said, "Hey, Indian, I hear y'all got such good memories. What'd you have for breakfast July the 3rd, 1952? The Indian said, "Eggs." Well, we left. We back out there about 2 months ago, 10 years later, same trading post, same old Indian, still sitting there. Lardo said, "I cut up that Indian last time. I'm going to be nice to him this time." We walked by the old Indian. Lardo looked over at him and said, "How?" Old Indian said, "Scrambled."
Doing that drawing there, I've got to share this with y'all. I don't know. I feel like I'm home right here with y'all. I'm gonna tell you, because I got a kick out of it. I think y'all will too. That we drawing them. We was playing at a little country store grand opening down in Hindman, Kentucky. I'm gonna tell them about this, brother. It's funny to me. And they was giving away door prizes. Well, I got a ticket for me and him and one for our wives. We people too might win, you know. I won the first place prize. It was a big 2-gallon can of beef stew. Yeah. What was funny though, he won the 6th place prize. It was a toilet brush. Oh, he was funny. Walked around all day holding that little toilet brush like some kind of magic wand. I laughed at him. It was hilarious.
Ha ha.
I just had to share that with y'all.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy for you. How'd you like your beef stew? I hope you choked on it.
It was good. Me and the wife eat every bite of it. How'd you like your little toilet brush?
It's all right, but I think I'm going to go back to paper. The women just went out that door with the car keys, and they're getting in the car. Again. Oh, Lord. Hey.
Well, I'm going to tell you about mine, man. She stepped out there. We had to take her doctor over in mood swings. I had to take her to the doctor, and here's what happened. We was at my buddy's house, and she was looking at his coin collection. Had a Kennedy $50 right up in her face. She got to coughing and carrying on. It flew in her mouth, and she swallowed that $50. She passed a quarter, 2 dimes, and a nickel. Doc said she's going through the change. Going through the change, Marla. Oh, Lord. She can't hear it. She's out there.
My wife got me on a diet.
Yeah.
I joined Weight Watchers.
Yeah, so far he lost $40.
I told him I figured a balanced diet's a donut in each hand.
Yeah.
Went to the doctor. He weighed. He said, just out of curiosity, he said, what's your waistline? I said, 38. He said, what's your inseam? I said, 28. He said, you know, you probably taller laying down. But
What'd she say to you on them scales the other day? He was trying to weigh.
Bought me some of them bathroom scales, you know, so I could tell if I was losing weight. Apparently they don't work, but anyway. I was standing on them scales up morning weighing. She come through there, you know how they are. Said, it don't do no good suck your stomach in like that. I said, it does. You're going to see them numbers. Bus load of ugly people going down the road. Bus wreck, kill all the ugly people. They get up to heaven, you know, and St. Peter meets Mary. Says, all right, you got up here before we go in. I'll give each one of you a wish. Anything you want, I'll give it to you. First old gal said, I've been ugly all my life. Can you make me beautiful? He made her beautiful. So wait over for everybody else. The next old boy, he said, well, I've been ugly all my life. You make me handsome? Made him handsome. So wait for everybody else. The old boy in the back line, he got the gig and and St. Peter, you know, he looked back there and said, yeah. He said, next, and the next, they will be made beautiful, and he make them beautiful. Wait over here.
He paints a picture, don't he?
Old boy in the back line, he back there, he just giggling and laughing, and St. Peter, well, he gets them all up there, and they all want to be made beautiful and handsome. He got them lined up over here. That last old boy, he's rolling on the floor laughing. St. Peter said, all right, Hoss, you're getting on my nerves, all that old laughing stuff, but I'm going to give you a wish. What's your wish? He said, make them all ugly again. I meant to tell you, we didn't do it, but Uncle Ben, we got Uncle Ben, and he's 86-year-old, and he last week, about 2 weeks ago, he wrecked his truck, and he broke his leg, his hip, dislocated his shoulder,
bad shape,
and broke both of his jaws. And they had him in the hospital, and he went where and I went up there to see him, and he been up there about 5 days, and he drinks 2 gallons of coffee every day, and he ain't had no coffee for 5 days. And the nurse come in there and said, hey, I want a cup of coffee. She said, do what? He said, I want a cup of coffee. She said, you can't drink no coffee. Your mouth wired shut. He said, I'm going to have some caffeine. I'm going to go crazy. She said, you know, he just kept on. And finally, she said, well, I'll tell you what. If you think it'll help you, I guess we could fix up a cup and give you an enema.
That's enough. Right now, cut it out.
It's medical science.
I don't care, doctor.
He said, I don't care what's the other has some caffeine. I'm going to go crazy. Well, she went out and come back for his table stuff, and she went, well, I went out in the hall, and I'm standing out there listening, you know, and I can hear him in there. And I heard Uncle Ben go, oh. She said, oh, my, is it too hot? He said, no, it's too sweet.
And y'all see why they kicked us out of the Grand Ole Opry? How do you deal with that right there?
Well, you go.
Kicked and made us leave.
Firefighter?
I had to take him to the psychiatrist. Yeah, I got tired of all that stupid stuff like that. I said, he needs some psychiatric help. I took him in there, and he walked in there, and he said, told that psychiatrist, he said, Doc, I don't know what's wrong with me. I can't get along with nobody, you big fat slob. He said, lay down on the couch. I'm going to ask you some questions. He did. Asked him some questions about Mama, the first one thing and another. He said, I know what your problem is. You got a split personality. He said, sometimes you think you're Burley, but sometimes you think you're somebody else. Burley said, well, okay, let me settle up with you. How much I owe you? He said, $100. Burley said, here's my 50. You can get that other 50 from the other guy.
What God?
Went on a cruise, Joey, Rhonda Vincent. We went on one of them bluegrass cruises down to Mexico and Panama, I don't know where. Big old boat to show you how stupid we was. We made a trot line take with us. That didn't work at all, but we got down there, and if you ever go on one of them and you get off the boat and go on an excursion through the jungle, in Panama they got monkeys, biggins, and they don't want you underneath of them. They got a defense house. They'll mess on you. And one of them got me. And I told him, I said, go get some toilet paper or something. He said, that monkey will be a mile away and I'll get back with it. He's stupid.
What we got?
Let's do old Firefighter.
All right, then.
I don't know whether I did this song last time or not, but it's a true story. I retired from Lexington, Kentucky Fire Department, and thank y'all. And the last year that I was on the job was 1999. I retired in 2000, and we had a bad car wreck out on Old Richmond Road, and young couple was on their way into town. A run come in at 6 o'clock in the morning. We were off duty at 7. If it'd come in an hour later, we'd have missed it. But they were on their way to work, young couple, and just had got married and was working on a family. And this drunk driver was headed home from partying all night. He hit them head on, and it was a bad car wreck. And anyway, we were about 15 minutes away from the nearest ambulance to come out there. We was on an engine truck, but we had two paramedics. I was the driver and the operator of the truck. And make short story long, something happened there at that wreck that changed my life, and I wrote a song about it. It's a true story called Old Firefighter. "6 a.m. the fire bell rings, little country firehouse number 18. 3 men jump on the truck and head out for a bad wreck down the road. The old fireman that was driving said, boys, I'm sleeping good. Another hour and we've been off duty, and we'd all been headed home. In one car there was a drunk driver, hit head on into a young couple. The drunk driver didn't make it. Hope his soul was saved from hell. In the other car was a woman crying. Next to her was her husband dying. She was carrying their firstborn child, trapped behind the wheel. He thought it was tough, that old firefighter. After all them years, he found himself on his knees in the street in the rain with some stranger having prayer. Can't explain what made him do it. Never before had he acted so odd. He was at the right place at the right time. Knew he'd been used by God. The young woman seemed to calm down as the old fireman started to pray. Though he'd never done anything like it before, the words came to him to say. He said, in Jesus' name, dear God, please help this woman and her family. The next thing he said didn't come from him, but he said it anyway. Fear not, the Lord is with you. Your husband and baby's fine. The other firemen looked at him in disbelief. They thought he'd lost his mind. 'Cause the odds was greatly against them as the ambulance took him away. But the greatest healer of all was there, and a miracle happened that day. He thought it was tough, that old firefighter. After all them years, he found himself on his knees in the street in the rain with some stranger having prayer. Can't explain what made him do it. Never before had he acted so odd. He was at the right place at the right time. Knew he'd been used by God. 4 months later, Christmas Eve morning, little country firehouse number 18. The old fireman was taking a nap. He heard visitors call his name. They said a Christmas card just didn't seem right. We wanted you to see. There stood the woman next to her husband with a healthy little boy, baby. He thought it was up that old firefighter. Once again, after all them years, they found herself thanking the good Lord above as they all stood there in tears. God is still there and he hears our prayers. Miracles still happen today. Reason I know this story is true. That old fireman was me. God is still there and he hears our prayers. Miracles still happen today. Excuse me. Thank y'all very much. Thank y'all very much. Huh?
Mom prayed.
You want to do it?
Yes, Mom prayed.
All right. Y'all don't care. One more? Yep.
You play till midnight?
Yeah, I reckon. Yeah, I like to do this because it's got a good story too. I wrote this one about a buddy of mine who, before we do this last song and everybody gets up and leaves, I just want to thank y'all. Thank you for letting us come down here and be a part of this. It's fun.
Thank you.
We play a lot of big, humongous shows, and then we play something like this. It just feels good, you know. It does. It really.
Nobody got up and left.
I know it. I even seen something I'd never seen before.
Except our wives.
Yeah. I seen something we first started I'd never seen before. People coming in while we played. But this song, I had a buddy that grew up with. He just couldn't seem to get all of his ducks in a row, and in and out of jail and drugs and alcohol, and everybody gave up on him. Just give up on him, except his mama. And mamas won't give up on you. I'm glad mine didn't give up on me. She gave up on him. But everybody wants to know if we're really brothers. We're actually twins. I don't like to believe that, but Daddy's the first time he seen his little babies, he told Mama, you might want to think about drowning the ugly one. That's how come he learned to swim first.
Hey, learning to swim wasn't too tough. Getting out of that burlap bag was a drag. Them concrete blocks is heavy.
All right, that's enough. Mama said the first time Daddy saw him, he picked him up, looked at him, and said, woo-wee. Lord have mercy. Well, he's got my smile. Mama said, you need to turn him over. After she had the twins, she had 4 babies at one time.
Well, at least he ain't playing the harmonica.
And it was the last of all the kids. We was bad poor, I'll tell you. Daddy said, I don't know what to name these last 4. We've run out of names. Mama said, I'm going to name them myself. She called them Rudolph, Adolph, Get Off, and Stay Off. Adolph fell in the outhouse hole and he's about 2 years old. Daddy hollered and said, Mom, Adolph's in the outhouse. Said he fell in there. What we gonna do? She said, leave him alone. I can have another need and I can clean him up. All right. This song about my buddy. He turned his life completely around for the better. I asked him what happened. What happened? How'd you do it? And he told me this story, and I wrote a song about it. for me before I was even born. Prayed that I'd be healthy, weather all life's storms. But the prayer that she prayed most of all is I know Jesus someday. I thank God Mama knew how to pray. I grew up in the 50s and 60s, doing everything wrong I could. Everybody gave up on me, but Mama never would. It was a miracle I made it home from Vietnam okay. I thank God Mama knew how to pray. She used to do without things, even money for church, getting me out of jail. Held on to her faith, I changed my ways, saved my soul from hell. I had my life to live over again, I never break her heart that way. I thank God Mama knew how to pray. I was raised in church, I let Satan convince me it all was a waste of time. Drugs and alcohol brought me down, nobody's fault but mine. I decided to take my own life, I thought, what would Mama say? I thank God Mama knew how to pray. She used to do without things, even money for church, getting me out of jail. Held on to her faith, I changed my ways, saved my soul from hell. I had my life to live over again, I never break her heart that way. I thank God Mama knew how to pray. I took her to church on Mother's Day, I thought that'd make her feel good. I sang them hymns and I heard the preacher talk about the cleansing blood. Then the Holy Spirit moved in my heart, I seen my mom smile. A million of her prayers was answered that day when I walked down the aisle. She used to do without things, even money for church, getting me out of jail. Held on to her faith, I changed my ways, saved my soul from hell. I had my life to live over again, I never break her heart that way. I thank God Mama knew how to pray. And I thank Jesus for saving a sinner like me.
Thank y'all very
Thank
much.
y'all.
God bless y'all.
This is a shot in the heck with Branson. I ain't going back. I like his place better.
We'll be back in January.
Oh, hush.
Yeah, I heard her tell somebody a while ago, gonna be a cold day before we be back down here.